Welcome back to Wrestling Podcast. I am Lucky, joined by MVP. We don't have a third man. We'll figure that out later. I don't know where he is. He's probably siding with the Wolfpack now.
Just racking up those PTO days.
There you go. Follow the links to all our pages in the description box below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you comment what you like, what you don't like. We're all about the top five, so we're going to do our top five WWE spots of the week. Then we'll do our top five title belts of all time, and then we're going to bring back the guess the pay-per-view games. So, how was your week, MVP?
It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Can't complain.
Yeah, I got diagnosed with COVID, so I was off from work all week, and it's even getting older. Like, I'm having a hard time just catching my breath talking. So this will be funny as we're talking, and I'm just like, need my inhaler real quick. But
should we be wearing masks right now?
Yeah, I don't want to infect you into the computer. I'll give you a computer virus. I don't want to do that. But let's get right into it. Top five WWE TV spots of the week. So I'll let you do your top five there, MVP, and then I'll go.
All right. From Raw, I'm gonna go straight into it. Shinsuke Nakamura turning on Seth Rollins at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that they're finally giving him direction. He's sick and tired of being overlooked for everything. He kind of just inserted himself into the main event. He's like, hey, I'll be your partner. And then Seth Rollins is like, ha ha ha, yeah. And then no one saw it coming. I was in the couch. I was laying down on the couch. Shinsuke did his thing, and I got up. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, okay. You kind of knew something was coming because the TV show wasn't ending right away.
Yeah.
So it's like, someone's going to turn here and do something. But
and there was Shinsuke.
No, I'm with you. That's definitely a top five of the week.
To just inserting himself in the main event picture, the title picture. Let's see where everything goes. It's kind of a clusterfuck right now. The Raw title scene.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of crazy. So, what do you got for number two?
I am so glad that they're giving this guy a push finally. My man Chad Gable. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's doing big things now. Intercontinental
Championship match, and he won a big fatal 4-way. So I'm happy to see where things go with that. Hopefully, I don't expect them to win. Because Gunther. As of today, as of this recording, he just passed Pedro Morales for second. In the Intercontinental Championship reign. Now all he's got to do is beat Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, he passed Macho Man, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he just passed Pedro Morales. So I don't see Chad Gable necessarily winning, but he did set himself up, he's being set up nicely to be in that secondary title. That spot. Yeah, it's the scene, the spot. Yeah, and with Gunther, he needs challengers and better way. He's a small guy, but he's very powerful.
Yeah, no, he is, and I kind of want to see. They said Gunther may hold the title for a very, very, very long time, which I'm okay with, as long as he can keep putting on good 5-star matches.
I'm cool with it too. Just give him some worthy challengers, and if you don't have any worthy challengers, start building some.
And he's one of the few people that's winning matches clean.
Yes.
He's just doing his thing, which is good to see.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
They're finally doing something with him, and he had all the talent in the world, but they had him stuck doing Shorty G, and this Alpha Academy started off as like a comedic spot, but they're finally doing something with him, and I'm just glad because arguably he should have been Kurt Angle's illegitimate son.
Yeah,
That would have been nice.
Yeah. No, it's good to see him get some shine now and, do some things. And he'll put on a good match with Gunther.
Yeah, oh, for
Yeah.
sure. No doubt about it.
Yep. What's next?
Number 3. Oh
boy.
So we had a return on Raw.
Yeah.
My boys, the New Day. Yeah, oh man. I popped out of my seat too when the New Day's music hit. I'm like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, man, I just saw Kofi post on Instagram something with his ankle. Is he ready? Seems to be good then.
Seems to be all good.
Yeah. Now all we need is Big E to complete the trifecta.
Yeah.
Even if he can't wrestle, can't go, maybe come at as a manager role.
Yeah, like the bodyguard. I mean, he could throw a clothesline, I'm sure.
Yeah, you just need to show him on TV.
Yeah,
I think the crowd would pop for that. But it's been a while since we had the New Day.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Pancakes and all.
All right, my number 4 is coming from SmackDown. All right, I'm just gonna spoil it for you. I don't have Bloodline stuff on my list. I'll leave that for you.
Oh, you know it.
I'll leave that for you. So my number 4 is LA Knight continuing the momentum wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, him getting the win against Top Dollar.
Top Dollar.
Yeah, and on commentary, you see Michael Cole with the 50-year birthday for hip hop, and then he started to do some bars on commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should never do that ever again.
Yeah,
it's horrible. But we got our boy LA Knight with the win, and you should keep getting wins.
I like the post match win. Or the promo, sorry, when he's like,
Yeah,
it don't matter if you call yourself awesome or you call yourself Uncle Phil. The one thing's for sure is you'll know whose game is it with everybody saying.
Oh, you know what? I see him possibly making his way to Raw.
I would love to see him challenge for a championship, like a big championship.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think he's for Roman right now.
No, he's not on that level. He ain't on Jey Uso's level. He ain't on Uso's level.
And my number 5, it's kind of and I'm going with Rey Mysterio winning the United States title, only because they're not doing anything with Theory right now. He doesn't need that title. I'm glad they got it. They got the title off him. That being said, I'm not sure where they're going with this Rey Mysterio title win. They had he was injured, and that gave Santos Escobar the win to put him in that match, and then they had him get injured by Theory, and then Rey Mysterio is good to go now. So now they insert him in the match. Now I kind of feel like, and I kind of saw this while they were doing the post match celebration with Rey and LWO, and I don't know, man. Maybe I can see the LWO turning heel on Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, maybe. I kind of thought that was gonna. I thought Santos was gonna do something to him after he won the title, but
because Santos, he's had a very underwhelming time on the main roster. If you saw his stuff in NXT, he can go. So I think he needs to have a strap on him, and I think maybe he turns on Rey to get that U.S. title. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. It was interesting to see him win. What they should do is have Dom drop the North American title and beat Ray for the United States title.
Oh,
But that's just me. Top 5 WWE spots of the week. I was actually trying to find something to read to you real quick about Karrion Kross that I thought would be interesting.
That would have been on my misses. That's number one on my misses totally.
They said, I wish I can find it. If I can just find it real quick. I'm going to give it 5 more swipes here. If I can't find it, then it is what it is. But something about they were saying that he, even though he's not winning his matches, he's like everything he said to happen, like his predictions, whatever, was like coming true. Like, oh, here it is. There's been a trend in Kross's feuds where he's promised to take away something near to his opponent, and he's followed through in every single one of them. He put the hourglass in front of the bloodline. A year later, there's no bloodline anymore. He promised to take Drew McIntyre's temperament away. He would later have no issue throwing his friend Sheamus under the bus. He promised to take away Madcap Moss's joy. He's no longer Madcap Moss making jokes and being silly. He's just Riddick Moss again. He promised to take away Rey Mysterio's patience. He'd go on to finally hit Dominic the next week. And then he promised to take away Shinsuke Nakamura's honor, who has now established himself as a heel. So while Kross isn't winning all his feuds, all these promises he's made has come true. Is WWE actually following through with these stories, or are all these things happening a pure coincidence? That's an interesting take, but
that is
top 5 WWE spots of the week. Number 1, Cody's promo.
Yeah.
I like Cody's promo. I like the play on words where he said, and when I told my mother, what happened, she's like, don't you see what happened? Brock acknowledged you. And he says it because he's going after Roman Reigns, so the acknowledge you part, all of that was really well done. And, it shows that he's ready for the next step. He said he feels like he could beat anybody. And then that kicked off that whole segment with everyone and their mother coming up for a 6-man tag match.
I just love hearing Cody talk. He's just so articulate. I feel like every time he has a promo, I learn a new word.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, and he is Dusty's son. You can hear that little lisp that he has, but you forget about it by his cadence and his articulation.
Yeah.
And he just continues to deliver.
Like I said, never take anything I say to heart about Cody. He's phenomenal. But, I have my reservations about certain things. Anyway, number 2, I'm with you, the Nakamura heel turn. It's good to see him get some shine and finally do something with him. And him and Rollins could throw down. That would be it's going to be a good feud. So I'm for that, Nothing more to say there. You covered a lot of that. Number 3, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Seth Rollins' gear he was wearing.
Oh, dude.
The giant yellow Croc boots.
No.
The suit. You cannot tell me that.
I was over it. I was over it with the red boots. I was over it.
No one else can get away with it.
And I saw the yellow boots, and I'm like, Seth is going to wear this on Raw. And then it happens. I'm like, man.
Yeah. So
no.
I had to put in my top 5. The only man that'll get away with it on Raw is...
Yeah, that's the truth. But I still don't like him.
So me and you both have LA Knight in our top 5. Mine is the promo with The Miz.
Okay.
It was amazing. And even though he messed up on one word, he recovered nicely. And, he's really good at what he does and what he says. So,
no, for sure.
And when Miz is showing fire like that, that's the best version of Miz you're going to get.
Well, the last time he did it was on Talking Smack with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
But
when he also, I was watching today, I was scrolling through TikTok when he had when Cena and Reigns were in the ring, and he's like, the crowd don't know whether to cheer you or hate you. He goes, do you think that affects Cena? Do you think it affects Reigns? No, it affects me, the only champion in the ring. And when he's on fire, he's good.
No, but you hit on it. LA Knight is just money. Any normal guy would have got flustered with what the Miz had to say.
Yeah.
LA Knight, he just turned it up.
Yeah, what did he say? If you take away my hot wife, if you take away my accolades, if you take away, half of my career, what I've done, all you got is LA Knight.
Yeah.
And then LA Knight.
What have you done for 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah, he said, yeah, you've done all this stuff, but then he comes with the whole thoroughbred stuff and coming out like,
oh my god,
he's good, dude. He's really good.
God. No, like I heard Mrs. Passion. I'm like, and I'm looking at LA and he had his glasses to hide most of his expression, but I kind of wanted to see if he had the oh shit kind of reaction,
Yeah.
but
no, he held his own.
Yeah. Oh man, the gears are turning. He's like, all right, what am I gonna say to this clown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5. Take a guess. Let me tell you my biggest problem with this Rikishi segment. I'm gonna call it the Rikishi segment because all I heard Jimmy say is, "I did it to protect you. I did it with the Rock. I did it for okay." It doesn't make no sense. It still doesn't make sense. Because if they would have planted seeds of Jay being hungry for that, I get it. Then I don't have a complaint. They never showed that. All they showed was Jay. Jay didn't want tribal chief or the title. He had a problem with how Reigns is, and he said, "I want you. You took out my brother. It is tribal combat now. I have to stand up for my brother. You're out of control. I have to put you in your place." So pretty much you hurt my brother. I have to now be the tribal chief to fix things, to protect people. There was never an ounce of he's gonna be all power hungry and all this, and it didn't make sense. It still don't make sense. But the interesting development is I'm out the bloodline. I'm out of SmackDown. I'm out of
WWE.
Deuces. But so we could take this one of two ways. He's gone for a week or two. He comes back for payback to fight Jimmy, which Rikishi online may have spoiled.
No, not Rikishi. The company that he was signing for, he did an autograph signing for, might have spoiled it.
Yeah. So maybe Rikishi comes back to referee the match between his boys, or you keep Jay off TV till Mania time or Royal Rumble. I mean, what else are you gonna do to give it a little bit of an interesting twist? Then you don't know what you do with Jimmy either. So I don't know. Right now, it's kind of, I love the story, so I'm willing to see where it goes from here. But this is a wrinkle. This is a wrinkle that I'm not happy.
And you gotta love the internet wrestling community. Right away, you see Jay Fatu versus Kenny Omega at at Wembley, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Jay's not going to AEW, but if he showed up there, if that were to happen, I would not know what to think. I'd be like, wow, this is great. Because it reminds me of CM Punk, except Jay actually left. But all right, that's our top 5 of the week. Is there any honorable mentions?
Trying to think. What happened on Raw? No. I pretty much hated everything else.
Yeah.
With our 10, we pretty much hit the positive spots for the week.
All right. I don't have my remote, so I can't do the get close thing this week. But we're going into top 5 title belts of all time.
Yes.
This is Matt's idea, by the way. So I was pretty excited when he brought it up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all for that.
No, I'm not. We're not talking lineage here. We're talking just
design
and looks, and yeah.
I'm glad you said that, or I would have had to redo my whole shit and just pause this and come back. I always let everyone else go first. I'm gonna go first this time.
You go first.
the $1 Million Championship.
Oh yes.
It was just a unique title. It was on the right guy, the $1 Million Man. The way that title looked, it's probably one of my favorite titles of all time. It probably is, just because of the look of it. And I liked Ted DiBiase. Like when I was a kid and I was renting all the movies and watching them from like all the pay-per-views, $1 Million Man is one person that I like to watch as a kid, and I don't even know why. Like a lot of kids hated him, but I'm like,
you wanted to do his $1 Million challenge.
I did. Money, 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 money. The way the strap bends, the diamond encrusted plates, the dollar signs, everything about it was just awesome. So that's definitely my number one. Well, not number one of all time, but like number one on this list.
And a certain ringmaster Steve Austin had got to wear it.
This is true. Deep cut right there. All right, it's on you.
My number one. Well, all right. I don't know if I can put these in.
Yeah, I can't put them in
order. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go with the original WCW Big Gold Belt.
Ooh, yeah. Dang, what you can bring guns hot this week.
Yeah, that thing is so beautiful. It looks like a prize that people want to win.
Oh yeah. No, it's a beautiful belt, and I mean, so who's the first person that comes to mind when you think of that belt?
Oh, Ric Flair.
Same.
The real world champion. Shout out to CM Punk.
No, that's a great belt. I love that belt. I can't pick it, but I could. We'll see. Yeah. I think that's a great belt. So I think of Ric Flair first. Then I think of Hogan.
Yeah, and then Hogan ruining it with spray paint.
Yeah. Which I at first I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy, but then they kept doing it, and I'm like, okay, we're just wasting spray paint now.
Yeah.
Number 2 on my list, not in WWE or WCW.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of the AEW World Championship.
Yes,
it looks like solid gold.
It does.
I'm looking at a picture right now of it. Like the amount of gold and gems and diamonds, the huge plates on it is just crazy. And it looks like a championship belt. And when I was watching, what was it? See, this is how much I don't watch AEW. What event were we watching on August 9th, a couple days ago? Was that Dynamite?
That might have been Dynamite.
Okay, MJF, when he wears that belt, he looks good wearing that belt. I'm like, that's a nice belt.
Well, he has a custom strap, a custom Burberry strap.
Okay, yeah, but it still looks nice.
Yeah, no, that is a beautiful belt. I mean, I think for a while that was the only belt that AEW had because they spent all their money making a very, very prestigious belt.
Yeah. No, I mean, it had to cost a lot of money to make.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, my number 2. Now we're going back to the 90s as well. It wasn't a WCW belt, but I saw it on WCW television when Scott Norton would walk to the ring. Sometimes he'd have the NWGP World Heavyweight title from Japan. Now, the main belt, it looked like a crown.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I'm a kid. I'm looking at this belt, but this is a belt. I'm like, why aren't they fighting for this? I'll try to pull it up. But, oh, man. And then, they had Scott Norton. He couldn't win a title.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't win a title in WCW, but he could win one in Japan.
Yeah, no, I know what belt you're talking about.
I mean, they have a newer one. It looks more like a shield.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe I'm spoiling that. Maybe I'll pick that as one in my top 5. But no, the original, the one that Scott Norton had. I always loved it. Yeah, I can't find it anywhere.
Real quick, is the eye on your Bulls logo like crooked?
Okay. All right. So
That's a
off on a
deep cut.
tangent. Yeah. Um. These were handed out at the Bulls game. They had a promote. They had a thing where, oh, we're gonna make hats. These kids are gonna design these hats, and if you look at it, it looks like they're being drawn on, or this is a goofy design, and yeah, and that's that.
Well, there
Yeah,
you go.
that. And now this isn't. I'm not backwards, but this is written backwards.
Oh,
Yeah, see, because you got the BMO here.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's. I think they had like 7 hats. I was able to get 3 of them.
Wow. That's a. I mean, that's a cool piece.
Yeah.
Cool piece. My number 3, the classic WWE tag titles,
Okay.
because I love how they looked on my favorite tag teams growing up. The Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs. I know Demolition held them. Because me and my uncle would go to the video store. I would just rent 80s pay-per-views every Friday night at the Family Video or the Dollar Video, depending what neck of the woods you were in. You were a Dollar Video kid, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But
I was.
but yeah, the supremacy during that era for those titles. You know what I'm talking about, right? The big World Tag Team Championship. Yeah.
And it kind of, to me, it kind of forms like an ass on the bottom.
Yeah. Because I remember, I don't remember, but I always play WWE 2K23.
Yeah.
And when I do a universe mode, my tag team champions are always with that belt. So, but yeah, that's my number.
I got this picture.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. That's a nice one.
Yeah. All right, my number 3. I'm going back to WCW. The United States Championship in WCW.
I just was writing it down for my next one. Right now is writing it down.
I love that title belt. And they did bring it to WWE for a little bit, but then they phased it out eventually when they unified it with the Intercontinental title. But I still have to acquire that. I've always wanted that title belt.
Yeah. The United States Championship, who's the first person that comes to mind when you think of that belt?
Okay, so the first person I saw, because I did have some layoffs of wrestling, but the first person I saw wear it was Goldberg.
I think of Goldberg when I think of that belt.
Okay,
but
and then Bret Hart wore it for a while. I know Lex Luger wore it for like 3 days. He won it on Raw and then lost it on Thunder.
Diamond Dallas Page was holding it for a while.
Or Nitro. I said Raw. Nitro.
Yeah, Diamond Dallas Page held it. Before you started watching, probably, because I know you got into it right when I got you into it, Johnny B. Bad held it for a little while.
Okay, Mark Miro.
Yep. Yeah, before that it was like Vader, and there's a lot of good people that held that belt. But my number 4 is the white Intercontinental.
Oh, we just traded off there. That would have been my next pick.
That belt is so sexy.
Yes.
I hated the yellow one, but I love the white one.
The white one.
Yeah, I mean that white one's just gorgeous. And another fun fact: when I play WWE 2K23, whoever the IC championship is or champion is, they have that belt. So yeah, the white Intercontinental title.
Who reintroduced it?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
He did. Maybe when he wins the Undisputed Championship, maybe he'll bring back the Winged Eagle one.
I mean, that's the title that he likes, and I've seen a lot of fan mock-ups on a custom Cody title that's fashioned around the winged eagle design. They
Yeah.
look pretty nice.
All right, brother.
All right, number 4 for me. You know what? I'll go with the current Intercontinental Championship.
Really?
I think if they had to get rid of the white strap classic Intercontinental title, I mean they went. I like the way they went with this new design, and it was introduced by Sami Zayn, given to Shinsuke Nakamura. Do you remember that? And
Yep.
yeah, and Gunther's bringing prestige to it. So not only does I don't know, I think it's a beautiful looking belt.
And this is the first one we actually kind of disagree on. I don't like that belt.
You know?
Mm-mm. I don't like that one. I don't like I guess I like the United States one, but I wish it was the WCW one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the IC belt, I think it's because I love the white one so much that I'm like, get this trash out of here. Like, bring back the white one. All right. My final one. I'm torn between two. I'm going to go with my first instinct. I'm hoping I'm not screwing you up.
No, dude. You don't have my last one. I guarantee you.
Okay. The Winged Eagle belt.
Okay.
I love that belt. And first person that comes to mind for me when I think of that belt, for me, is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Okay.
I think of Bret Hart, and then I think of Shawn Michaels. When he did the Boyhood Dream and he won it, that belt is beautiful. I love that belt. That's probably one of the best belt designs ever made.
Okay, so my problem... All right, so at the times, I was a totally WCW fan. So they had the big gold, and it was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my problem with the Winged Eagle and later the Big Eagle, I didn't feel like the center plate was big enough where it exuded, oh, this is the world champion.
Yeah.
Those were my only issues with those belts and why they didn't make my top 5.
Respected. All right, so then what's your number 5?
Now, nobody is going to agree with me.
The 10 pounds of gold from NWA?
You know what? That is my honorable mention. 10 pounds of gold NWA Dusty Rhodes title. You got to see it when TNA first came to be because that was their world title.
Yeah.
And you saw Christian Cage get to wear that belt, and I'm like, wow, that belt has a lineage. So
I think Cody Rhodes held that belt too.
Yes,
yeah.
At the first All In.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think that's a very prestigious belt. I mean, I have the same issue with it being a small title. When I feel like world titles should be big, but just the fact that you have so many greats that held it, that's an honorable mention for me.
I like how we dug deep into an honorable mention. We don't even know your 5 yet.
All right, my 5, and no, I guarantee no one will agree with me. John Cena's spinner belt.
I should have saw that coming.
I love that thing.
You have one.
I have one.
I know.
That's how much I love that thing.
I like that belt when Miz held it, and he held it in the upside down position for M.
Yeah.
But that belt is heavy.
Yes.
Because I beat you for yours before you went to Vegas, and I held onto it for you, and that's a heavy belt.
It is.
But No, I get it. It does look really nice.
Yeah.
And
I
it
mean,
fit that generation. Cena
yes,
with a thug knob.
exactly. It was a generation thing. At the time, which like 2006, everyone loved it.
I guess I could do an honorable mention. Wasn't there a rated R spinner belt?
Yeah.
Honorable mention on that one. But no, I definitely hear you on that. It's a good belt. It's a good belt.
And
First,
for his character, he's a hip hop character.
yep.
And what do hip hop guys do? They get blinged out.
It's
And
actually the cover of his album, isn't it?
yes, and
Yeah.
I bought that album as well.
So did I. You know what? I'm gonna find that album later. I'm gonna listen to it. I haven't heard that in a hot minute, but
It's on Spotify, man.
it is on Spotify. I did see it on there before. So that's our top 5 WWE title belts of all time. It's time, Matt. We got to bring it back.
Are we? Are we bringing it
Guess the
back?
pay-per-view game.
Yes.
Guess the pay-per-view game. I hope you get it. We got to get one. I think I pick hard ones, and then I pick some that like had the same match on like different cards, and it's like, okay, which one was it? But okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I threw my pen across the table. Okay, the opening match, the WWE Tag Team Championship, Gold and Stardust defeated the Usos to win the belts.
Okay.
The United States Championship, Sheamus defeats Cesaro to retain the title.
Okay.
WWE Intercontinental Championship, The Miz defeats Dolph Ziggler to win the title.
Okay.
To win the title.
Yeah.
Rusev defeats Mark Henry. Seth Rollins defeats Roman Reigns via forfeit. Randy Orton defeats Chris Jericho. WWE Divas Championship Triple Threat match. AJ Lee defeats Paige and Nikki Bella to win the title. WWE World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena defeats Brock Lesnar via DQ. Lesnar retains the title.
Wait, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship?
The WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
So it's the unified. Ah, man.
So think about the year of all these matches.
Oh,
Cena defeated Brock Lesnar via DQ, but Lesnar retained the title.
I can only think of 2014
You're on the right path.
because I think that's when Seth won that title at Mania.
Brrrd, brrrd, brrrd. I can't do his theme music.
This is before Burn It Down.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to 2014. Now, Lesnar beat Cena to win those titles, and then he's the first one to hold what's now used as, well, it's not used anymore, but it was one of Roman Reigns' title belts. So
Let's think about the timing. Did Brock beat Cena for that title?
He beat him at Extreme Rules, so it's got to be the next one after that.
Did he? When Brock came back, he.
This was night after Mania when
Brock came out. It was after Cena just lost to The Rock.
Yeah.
And then Brock came back. They fought at Extreme Rules, but there was no title in play.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I'm just helping you on the history lesson.
All right, yeah, so that was 2013.
So when did Lesnar bring Suplex City to John Cena? When he just completely obliterated him?
wasn't SummerSlam. That wasn't SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam that year he faced off against CM Punk. No title. That had. So then. Oh man,
I'll tell you this: Cena got obliterated by Brock Lesnar, Suplex City style,
yeah.
at SummerSlam.
Oh, that was at SummerSlam?
Yep.
Okay, it was the SummerSlam before that he faced Punk. So
We're
it
getting
is
close.
2014. So it's after SummerSlam.
We're getting close. This might be your first one.
Now, what comes after SummerSlam?
Well, SummerSlam is in August.
Yes.
Generally, what pay-per-view took place in September? It was the same one every year.
Unforgiven. No?
No. I'll give you one more guess.
The same one every year. September.
And it's a shame it's not. It should be a bigger deal than it is, but it isn't. This pay-per-view should be like a big deal. It isn't. But it's every year.
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell would be after it. WWE Night of Champions. 2014. I thought you were going to get this one.
But you're right. Night of Champions did happen in September.
Yep. And yeah, I'm also right. It should be a bigger deal than it is.
Yeah. In AEW, they hype Battle of the Belts all the time. Yeah. And then WCW had Clash of Champions.
I like Clash of Champions.
Yes.
And it was always on a Tuesday, and it was on TBS. So it was a televised event, but
yeah, and they don't. WWE needs an all titles on the line type of deal. And
it makes everything seem more prestigious.
Yes.
And another level for this pay-per-view because every title's on the line, even though some pay-per-views they're not.
Or some pay-per-views the champion's not even on the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Like, why can't we have time slot for our United States champion? Right. Why doesn't our Intercontinental champion have a match? Why doesn't our WWE champion have a match?
Why is our WWE champion not there? But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Again, like and comment, share us out. Make sure you let us know what you like, what you don't like. I also want to throw this out there. We're not going to give the big one away yet. It's coming. But for all our listeners, if you go to reaperapparel.com and use discount code GMMT10, you're going to get 10 to 15% off of your order. They started in 2020. A little brief history lesson in case you don't know. This guy started a clothing company because it was COVID. He lost his grandfather, and his grandma, watched him pass away. And in that moment, he said, tomorrow's not promised. So he has all these like cool clothes for like the mental health and like, trying to get through the day. And there's really cool designs. And I thought it was a good story. So it's cool to partner up with someone like that. But again, if you use discount code GMMT10, you will get 10 to 15% off of your clothing order. Other than that, make sure you follow and subscribe. We have 2 guys and a mic. We have the Gym at 10 podcast. Everything was last week. Now we're going to start doing it again. A couple of weeks we'll do the Gym at 10 one. And also Card Shop Live. Make sure you download Card Shop Live. Your boy Lucky does his thing on there with the sports cards. I left TikTok. I'm only on Card Shop Live now. So a lot of updates, a lot of cool stuff. But we will update you guys as more comes through. And Matt, I'll see you next week. Deuces. Ooses.